Here we have the Yamaha DTX8 electronic drum kit. I'm sure it's got some more to it than that. With the DTXPro module, 4 big boxes. I'm going to unbox them, we're going to get into it, we're going to unpack it, we're going to see what's inside. You probably know what's inside. Kit's been out a few years, but I've bought one. It's my new electronic kit. I'm going to be getting back into drumming. I know it's been a while since I've done a cover, been a while since I've gigged or played or jammed or anything. So this is going to be the start of a new journey. Getting back to where I was, but you know, drumming's like riding a bike, so I haven't lost all my skill. But if we can do some new educational videos, learn on this kit, and get some new content going, it should be pretty good. So let's unbox it, starting with the first box. And this is the frame, which I believe comes already assembled. So let's take a look. Kind of a big box for what's in there. We've got a massive box here protecting the manual. So this is where the unit will go, the brain, the module, the DTX8. Here I guess will be ride, floor toms, 2 toms, and then the 2 crashes. Before I tighten up where everything is on the rack though, I will first unpack the rest of it. So I've got somewhere to stick on it and I can sort my levels out. Seems sturdy though, seems strong, seems hard plastic. So here we have a box of boxes. This was probably the most heaviest box to carry into the car. So here is the snare stand. Get into that. It's all single braced hardware. It's not double braced, but I hear this stand is actually made slightly smaller to hold the smaller 12-inch electronic pad. In here it is. Okay, that's all the cables. Again, one good thing I liked about this, it wasn't a loom with all the individual cables. If there's one weak link or break in the cable, you just replace the one cable, you don't have to replace the entire loom. So for me that was much better. What we've got, another manual, probably a manual for the pads, not just the frame. And I always wondered what the rod coming out of there, that's where the wing nut goes, but the rod is to stop it turning, because although it looks like a round, well it is a round rubber cymbal, the actual playing area is still just a slice, like you see on other electronic kits, as opposed to the Strutter Prime where it's playable 360 all around it. If you want to hit it, get the free zones, you know, the bell, the bow, the rim, or choke it, it's only within a certain, say, third of the cymbal. And all the rest isn't actually playable. Yeah, there's a crash. Now that is a solid bit of kit. You get 2 of these along with the tom arms, along with the snare stand, along with the hi-hat stand. Like, this is proper Yamaha gear. You could actually put a real cymbal on this. I mean, all my stuff's Pearl that I play with the real kit live, but yeah, if I had a Yamaha kit or a Yamaha rack for my acoustic kit, I'd probably be swapping stuff out. If you wanted like an extra splash or mini china or something on that rack, I'd be using this. Pretty good. This is a single braced hi-hat stand. I've never played single brace live, but for the sake of just holding a rubber pad, rubber cymbal, this should be absolutely fine. What is this? I think this is the kick pad. That is much bigger than I thought it would be. You're definitely getting a double bass pedal on that. This is the real wood finish. It's the only one they had. They're sold out of the black, but I thought, well, the black you can't actually tell is a wooden shell. It looks like another black electronic rubber or plastic shell. So the real wood, I was like, yes, please. And would you look at this? Look at that. And this is painted, and the wood shell is made in the same factories as Yamaha's acoustic drums. So it just has this beautiful look to it. This is obviously a tom. And this is the snare. In this box, I don't know what could be in it. I couldn't think, but it's literally just 3 tom arms. I think I need to design a speed clutch for electronic kits. One thing I will say, you've just seen me having my foot on the bar just to be able to get these clamps off, because on the curve they're extremely tight. But if you can see there, the amount of scratching, and that was as loose as it would come, so that was totally unavoidable just to get it off. And luckily this Allen key wasn't tightened, so I can just take the rack apart until I've got everything on and I'll tighten it. But yeah, just be aware. One really good thing is, and I like this, I don't need an Allen key. I can just use a drum key to tighten everything, which makes things a lot easier. Very innovative. So this is the top of it. I want to get the key in there. I can't, it's a bolt, but you'll find some are, when you get the rack out, some have the bolt, some have the drum key on top. Easily fixed. Just stick it in, unscrew it, and it falls out. Use this to screw it in to pull the bolt out. Stick the bolt on underneath. Put this in the top, put the drum key on top. Tighten it in, and now you can see you can attack the screw from the top with the drum key. Now the kit's set up the way I'd like to play it. Take a while. We're now going to open the drum ring. I've put all the pads where I want them, I've put the wires in. Cubase AI download that comes with this, so you can edit your music. Probably just USB into your machine, or MIDI if you want, into your interface, or straight USB into your computer. Here we have the base plate for the module. This will be the plug. And this is the module itself. Already, I'm kind of wishing I went for the DTX10 as the rack system on this. It's a bit of a fight, and you're using plastic and metal and moving plastic and the grip, and it's tight, whereas metal, definitely with like the Icon rack and what I've seen of Yamaha racks as well, everything slides. It's metal, it's nice and kind of lubricated, a bit of oil, you can move things, tighten things easily. Also, like the Pearl rack is a square, I believe the Yamaha is hexagonal, so there's no slippage, whereas these are all rounded tubes on the rack, so I'm expecting things to slightly tilt. But here we go, here's the Yamaha DTXPro. You get this with the DTX8 and the DTX6. With the ambience, the compression and the effect knobs, the knobs for choosing your menus and kits, master, audio of anything you put through the kit if you're playing on music, and a click. Then here you've got the click, the tempo, the start stop and the power button, and these are all the menu buttons. And here you've got your headphones, and there's an out there. I'll have to learn what all this does, but here are those inputs on the back. You've got your outputs, your right, your left, and a mono, your power to host, so USB and a device. So that could always be, you know, you plugging your phone in and using the Wreck and Share rack. This is all wing nuts and drum key, a way putting together any drum kit should be. So now it's going through setup, so we're going to say select your kit. So I guess if I turn this, we'll go find DTX. Now the X is the foam pads, the M is the mesh. So we'll say DTX8K-M. Are you sure? Hope so. Now it's talking, sorting itself out. And one thing I like, he got the instrument, and this button in the middle is the cross stick. So if you want a cross stick sound on the snare, you hit that. And that way if you're playing, you know, your jazz, your reggae, whatever, you can get a really nice cross stick sound, which I tried out in the store. One excellent feature is the click. You can edit it so it isn't just a quarter note pulse as you'd expect. So you've got your quarter note pulse and you can add your eighth notes. Then you can add the E and the A of your 16th notes to that also. And when you want to turn all that down, you can also do triplets. And sometimes we all need an actual human count on there. And what's really excellent is you can have that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1.
Another feature is if you want to hear the one of the bar accent the first note, you can also do that if you're practicing and don't want to get lost. And again, then you can add your 16th notes to that and your human voice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3.
You can also count the bars.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4.
Another feature I like are the play along songs. There's loads in training, as you can see, but the good thing about the training songs is there's loads of songs to listen to, but you can turn the drums off. So you can drum along with your own patterns, or turn the drums back on and enjoy them yourself and listen to their patterns to give you ideas. One thing that surprised me about the Wreck and Share app was that I thought you'd easily just use a simple USB into your phone, as you would expect that end, and then this end into your phone. But nothing worked. I had to look at the instructions, I had to Google it. Turns out this isn't the lead you need. The output for USB, which I would thought, or most people would expect to be just a simple USB lead, what you do actually need is a printer USB lead. These are kind of archaic. This end into the machine, into the module, and this into your phone. So you also have to then buy one of these, an adapter, which wasn't expensive, but it was just a lot of messing around and having to go out and source these when you'd expect with most items you buy these days to immediately just work with a simple USB. I'm not going to go through all the different sounds in the machine. There's loads of videos out there showing you that. I'm just here to talk about the practicalities of it. Yeah, I'd say even with the rubber feet on the snare and the hi-hat stand, they still move around on tiled floors, so you'll probably need to get a drum rug. As I was worried about, these did slip down on the circular bar because my son was backing them too hard, but nobody should whack drums that hard. So I raised them, tightened it, and they're staying in place now. Pretty happy with the triggers on the kit. They're not getting much crossover. The hi-hat, like all electronic kits, sometimes it responds, sometimes you hear it open and close, sometimes you don't. I don't know if they're ever going to get that right. Just get yourself, if you can, a real kit and play that. In the meantime, we're just going to have to muddle through with these electronic hi-hats, and this is one of the best, so that's probably as good as it's going to get. Otherwise, pretty happy. Bass drum pad feels nice. All these cymbals feel nice to play. Otherwise, yeah, the single braced Yamaha stands for the hi-hat and snare are good. They're fine. As I say, the snare does wander a bit, but on the mat, I don't think that would be an issue. Pad's absolutely fine with a double kick pedal. I'm using these Vic Firth headphones with the module, and it just sounds excellent, it sounds amazing. Even my wife, she doesn't know anything about electronic kits. First time she put these on and hit the drum, she said, wow, that sounds amazing. And I think that's where Yamaha really wins overall. The other brands, Alesis, Roland, etc., because their sounds are just so brilliant. They, properly recorded. You can add the effects, the compression, these are real sounds. They don't sound too MIDI or too synthetic. Another little touch I liked was that all the cables, they can be wrapped up with little Velcro ties all over the kit, which makes it look a lot neater and tighter. Otherwise, yeah, pretty happy with the kit, and I'll do another video showing me expanding the kit.